American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Atlantic Division of the USL Championship on ESPN+. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez-Espin here with you. Tonight's matchup is presented by Summit Coffee. Kick the Cold Coat Drive, a charitable effort in conjunction with Charlotte Independence. Ricky, let's take a look at the standings in the Atlantic Division, brought to you by Birdsong Brewing Company. Of course, Red Bulls 2 in town against Charlotte. Charlotte with a win and a draw tomorrow between Charleston and Hartford would clinch a playoff spot.
And you know that is the goal, to get into the playoffs, but you know Charlotte wants to get that #2 seed. They want to play at home, first round of the playoffs, so this is a big match for them to keep winning and keep gaining points.
Of course, though, Red Bulls 2 have been a little bit of a bogey team for Charlotte this season. 3 previous meetings between these two, and Red Bulls 2 have won 2 out of the 3, including being the only team to win at Charlotte all season.
And you see, the kids can play. They're confident. They like to get at you. So I'm expecting a really different matchup, first of all, but a really competitive one now.
And obviously, Charlotte have added a lot of reinforcements since the last few meetings. Of course, Charlotte won the last one 3-2, but Red Bulls 2 came from 2-1 down here at American Legion Memorial Stadium when it reopened to win it by 3-2. It was this goal by Austin Brummett in the latter stages of the second half that ended up giving Coach Woleniek's side all 3 points. Okay, we start now with players to watch. And for Red Bulls 2, it's hard to overlook, Omar Sow. 7 goals and 2 assists this season. He's already got a pair against the Independents.
And he's a player that has tremendous upside. We see here, he's big, he's physical. He can beat you with power. He can beat you with skill. And if I'm a Red Bull fan, I want him in and around the box. He needs to be confident with his play and be a focal point for the Red Bull attack tonight.
Charlotte's player to watch is brought to you by Great Clips. Irvin Parra has been phenomenal this season. Dane Kelly, even when he's been in and out of the lineup, Irvin Parra has been that constant.
And he's such a dangerous player. What I like about him is he shows up at the right places at the right time. He's such clever with his movement, as we see here. 10 goals on the year, and you know he's going to be hungry to get on the score sheet tonight. So look for him to combine with the players around him and be a handful for the Red Bull defense tonight.
Seems like Mike Jeffries and company might have something special brewing in Charlotte this season, but Red Bulls 2 have been their tough team to deal with in the Atlantic Division tonight. We're excited for this one. It's the Independents, it's Red Bulls 2, and the kickoff is next.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Hey guys, this is Gabby Douglas. If you have an active lifestyle like me, hydration is key. That's why I love the Hydration Watermelon Smoothie from Smoothie King. With more electrolytes than some of the leading sports drinks, it's a cleaner way to hydrate and recover, with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. So try the Hydration Watermelon Smoothie from Smoothie King. Order online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Fun fact, you know Mountain Dew and spicy chicken is the perfect combo?
Does it look like I don't know that?
Okay. Didn't mean to ruffle your feathers.
You know, we both did the employee training, Gary.
Okay, don't jump down my beak.
Doing spicy? Do the do.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Back here in Charlotte, tonight's match is presented by Summit Coffee. Kick the Cold Coat Drive, a charitable effort in conjunction with Charlotte Independence and Charlotte Independence Soccer Club. For the remaining October home games, if you bring a coat or jacket to donate to those in need, or a guest of yours will enjoy a free entry to the game. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez-Espin here with you. Let's start with the Adidas starting lineups. First for John Woleniek's Red Bulls 2, who are in town looking for their second straight win here over Charlotte.
And the focal point is going to be Archimet and So, up to big physical forwards that would like to get involved. Look for them to interchange. Look at Rafaello coming on that right flank. LaCava doing what he does. He's very dangerous, very explosive. So look for those four to be the focal point of the attack.
The Adidas starting lineup here for Mike Jeffries' Charlotte Independence. And look at that bench. It's pretty darn deep along with that 11.
And look at the bench, but look at those front three. Marveau, Paro, Oberton. So much talent, so much firepower. Look at those three to interchange and create a lot of problems for the Red Bull back line.
Of course, the experience of Christian Fuchs at the back as well. It's a really star-studded, experienced, and talented Charlotte team that with a win tonight and a draw between Charleston and Hartford tomorrow would clinch a spot in the playoffs. Red Bulls 2 in their Road Reds kick us off. They'll go from left to right as Charlotte defend in their home blues. And we're underway from American Legion Memorial Stadium in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. Again, Red Bulls 2, last time they were in town, they won by 3-2. And they're the only team between the Sportsplex at Matthews and American Legion Memorial Stadium to have beaten Charlotte at home this season. That's saying something. There have been some pretty big teams, pretty high up the table that have come here and to the Sportsplex and have not been able to leave with more than a point. Bulls 2 early ball picked off here. Lovely ball played in behind for LaCava to chase. Centering pass, Hugh Roberts, who's one of the best as far as interventions defensively this season, cuts it out.
And you can see, not even a minute in, how energetic this Red Bull squad is. We see they like to play that ball in behind. LaCava has so much pace, so look for those runs to continue throughout the match.
Archimet made a really good run in behind as well, and of course Omar Sow, 67 in red, is certainly one to watch tonight for Red Bulls 2. Now Charlotte's turn on the attack. Sylvain Marveau, who's been such a welcome addition to this team, trying to find Para for the overhead. He miskicks it. Johnson was able to centrally head it, but he was offside, and the attack breaks down.
What a play this would have been if he's able to pull it off. But again, you can see how explosive Para is with the likes of Marveau playing assist man there. Those two are going to have a huge impact tonight at the attack for this Charlotte Independent squad.
Charlotte last time out against Loudoun back on October 3rd won by 5-1. Actually had 5 different goal scorers. Oberton, Johnson, Bronico, Marveau, and Dane Kelly, who's on the bench tonight, all scored. Red Bulls 2 actually haven't played since September 30th. It's their first game this month. They also played against Loudoun. They weren't as lucky, drawing at home 3-3 against Loudoun United. Both teams should be fresh. Lovely little flick from LaCava. Oh, and it's going in. It's an own goal. Hugh Roberts didn't look up before he headed it back to his goalkeeper, who was nowhere to be found. Miscommunication. And John Woleniek's side, for the second time this season, lead in Charlotte.
And it comes from this run from LaCava. He's so direct in his movement. And then it's just a miscommunication between Roberts and Pack. You can see the idea is good, but just a lack of communication and not on the same page. But the Red Bulls will not question it. They'll take this lead. And what a dream start this is for Coach Woleniek and the Red Bull side.
Oh, well, it's so rare you see that man, Hugh Roberts, make a mistake at all, let alone one like that. He's been so good all season, and a stroke of luck allows Red Bulls 2 to open the scoring. Enzo Martinez trying to get Joel Johnson involved on that far side. Since he's gone out there, he's really made this Charlotte team more dynamic, Johnson has. Martinez, first time ball into the penalty area, nobody home for the Independents, and it's going to be easy for Red Bulls 2 to regain possession. As we take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Gatorade, and we'll start with Charlotte, Ricky.
And you have to keep pushing. You want that home match in the playoffs. This is a big opportunity to gain another 3 points to keep climbing the table. And for the Red Bulls, take the opportunity. You're out of the playoffs, but you're still playing for contracts. You're playing to prove yourself. You're on an MLS 2 squad, so this is a great opportunity to prove to not only Coach Rolinak, but the Red Bull organization to why you deserve to get signed again and maybe make that jump into the MLS.
Of course, Red Bulls 2 eliminated already from playoff contention, but you can already tell that's not going to change their intensity and their style. Expect nothing different from this organization, and they've got the reward, albeit a lucky one, at the start. A Hugh Roberts goal into his own net, trying to head it back to his goalkeeper. Has allowed Red Bulls 2 to take the early lead. Now So out wide, offside flag is going to go up here before Red Bulls 2 could get in behind again. Now the injury report brought to you by Novant Health. Charlotte are all good at the moment. Couple of nicks and bruises for Red Bulls 2, but it's really the main cast that are in there tonight. Of course, Jeremy Rafaello has had his success against Charlotte this season. 3 games, 3 goals, 3 assists for Rafaello against the Independents this season.
And you can tell this Red Bull squad is not lacking any confidence. They're going at this Independent side, making life miserable for this back line. We're only 6 minutes in, and they're having a ton of success getting in behind.
I know it's early, obviously. We haven't even played 6 minutes, but Red Bulls 2 have just had... Oh, that was a shot nicely taken by So, but it's out wide. They've had so much success against Charlotte this season, and you talk about bogey teams and just matchups that you don't seem to be able to figure out with teams at times. And for some reason, Red Bulls 2, despite some of their struggles this season, most notably in defense, have just seemingly had Charlotte's number this season, and we've already seen the early signs of that tonight.
And it's going to be very interesting to see how this Independent side responds. They have so much experience throughout this lineup, and to go down to a goal with the team, with a bunch of youngsters, to see how they respond, you know they're going to be hungry. You know they're going to take this game to the Red Bulls, and Coach Jeffrey Sykes has a very big task tonight.
Omar So again looking over the top. Ball in behind was just too far for Rafaello to get a touch on it. All the way back to Austin Pack, who's in goal tonight and just wasn't able to get on the same page with Hugh Roberts with that opening goal into Charlotte's own net. Of course, Charlotte has so much experience on this team. Here's one of those experienced men, Oberton, in behind, trying to pick out Para. Para couldn't quite get control on it. Martinez back into the mixer. Red Bulls to clear it, only as far as Brant Bronico. Chance to create something. Marveau out wide. Johnson with the ball in. Para, and Oberton's header knocked down a Red Bulls 2 defender who's still down at the moment. It's going to be cleared, and they'll attend to him now. I think it was ECR Drame, who was just brought in a week and a half ago from Lyonnais 2 in France. And here's the look at the Accuvision Eye Care replay.
And those are never fun when you're not expecting that to get that ball square in the face. Hopefully he's okay, but you know that one hurts a little bit.
Looks to be all right as the medical team looks at him, but we'll wait and see. Just didn't see it coming, and hopefully he just had the wind knocked out of him. Of course, it's got to be a shock to the system for Charlotte. Been so confident of late, playing so well down the stretch. They've found this really good mix of experience and talent and youth throughout the roster. And they've had so many good notable performances, particularly here at American Legion Memorial Stadium this season. We'll have to see how they respond, as it looks like Drame is okay for the moment. Crowd, obviously, like you said, Ricky, hoping they'll get a playoff game here as well. But first things first, is they've got to clinch a spot, and they They do have to win tonight if they are going to do it this weekend. Of course, Pittsburgh and Miami both play tomorrow. They can get in without a win. They would also need Hartford and Charleston to draw, of course. Saturday, October 16th, the Independents will be working with kid sponsor Novant Health to drive awareness and raise money to fight against breast cancer. Join us as we wear these special kits against Charleston in a Southern Derby with playoff implications. Of course, tomorrow's Charleston-Hartford game is basically a win to stay mathematically alive game. The loser would be out, and if it's a draw, both teams are out. So that's another one to look forward to tomorrow. Miami are at Loudoun, and Tampa are at Pittsburgh.
Just so many matches in this Atlantic Division. It's so tight, and so many teams are fighting for that number 2 spot because you know how important a playoff game at home is.
Yeah, every coach that you talk to, whether it's Mike Jeffries, Paul Dalglish, of course, and Bob Lilly, they've all mentioned how vital it would be to have the first round at home. Not necessarily because of who they'd have to face as Charlotte win a corner, but home field advantage, especially in this league, tends to matter come playoff time in a big way. You want to have it as many times as you possibly can. Of course, Tampa fighting for the top seed in the entire USL Championship playoffs against Pittsburgh tomorrow. So that's another reason to watch as Jake Arman lines up this Chick-fil-A corner for Charlotte Independents. A pretty good ball, just a bit of a flick on it before it was Riazkos who was closest to it. Martinez back in. Roberts trying to atone for his mistake, not able to get on top of it, and Rafaello just clears it away.
And in the end, it's very well defended by Tombo. I think he was the one who put that last-ditch header in, and he was the one that had that hard tackle on Parra to get that corner kick. He's had a strong game 11 minutes in.
Red Bulls 2 can control. I think what some people forget about the last meeting between these two here is that Red Bulls 2, the first half an hour, could have scored 4 or 5. They had so many chances before Dane Kelly had his brace in the first half that turned around a 1-0 deficit and gave Charlotte the lead at the half. But then Dane Kelly got hurt in the second half. The air kind of got taken out of the building. And Red Bulls 2 stole it with 10 minutes left and turned it around. LaCava shoots! It's a good save by Pack. Thought Omar Sow would take aim, and LaCava finds the target and ends up settling for a corner.
And so you see a crafty bit of footwork there. Plays the ball to LaCava. Those two have been very active in this match so far.
You want this, coach?
And I'll tell you what, this Red Bull squad is full of confidence going at this Charlotte Independent side and not thinking twice about it.
So Red Bulls 2 corner here on this near side. Daniel Edelman has LaCava to his left if he wants to play it short. He'll play it into the penalty area, and it was well covered by Kevin Riazkos. Edelman again. This is Jake LaCava just trying to poke it through. Unsuccessfully in the end. Martinez in traffic. Edelman wins it back and then is fouled. It was Kyle Zeitz who was trying to play it back to him on a give and go. And Red Bulls 2 will get a different angle at a set piece, and they're not going to waste any time with this either. Good ball in from LaCava as Charlotte got back just in time. Edelman, LaCava again. Flag stays down, and Pack is able to corral it, this time with Charlotte sprawling a bit at the back here.
And again, it's the New York Red Bulls getting into attack, interchange, moving the ball quickly. It's been a brilliant start for the Coach Wolonak side.
Bronico over the top, and Parra's offside. Flag's not going to stay up, though, as it's Red Bulls 2 who gained the advantage. Again on the attack here, Red Bulls 2. Egbo, oh, he goes for it, and Pack had to sprawl back. Boy, the confidence is really flowing at the moment for Red Bulls 2, are off to another flying start here in Charlotte.
And what an ambitious effort this is from Egbo to see Pack off his line. And why not try? Just unlucky not to put that on target. But again, the Red Bulls are active, they're confident, they're going at it. It's such a joy to watch when a team is young, energetic, and they want to get at you.
Martinez, Charlotte trying to plug some of the holes at the moment, but they're trying to open up Red Bulls 2 in the meantime. Marveau, great patience, and he wins a free kick, just hesitating and perfectly timing his way through the Red Bulls back line, and a good set piece opportunity here for Independence. In the end, they don't make the most of it. Marcucci is able to pick that up. If you're traveling to Charlotte to see an Independence game, make sure you stay at the Hyatt Place downtown. The Hyatt Place is just blocks from the games and surrounded by endless dining options. Hyatt Place downtown, the official hotel of Charlotte Independence. Apparently Red Bulls 2 slept pretty nicely in their hotel last night. They look fresh as a daisy so far. Again, this is their first game of the month. That's worth mentioning. They've been off for just over a week, at least as far as games go. And they look like it so far. And I'd say that honestly, Ricky, without even looking at the scoreboard. Just looked really fresh, energetic, and positive so far, despite having nothing to play for. Red Bulls 2.
They've been active. They've been moving the ball very quickly. You can see their energy is just so high, running down loose balls, getting into the tackles, moving the ball quick, moving this Independent side from left to right, asking questions of Pack, and it's just been such a good start from this Red Bull side.
Temple at the back initially, then Zeitz helping it along. Oberton stepping in to make something happen. Able to take it away from Drame. Zeitz finding Daniel Edelman. The tackle by Fuchs initially, but it could fall for So, and Armin at the right moment. Just able to get in front, but then he stumbles on his way out and concedes a corner. Another unforced error for Charlotte. And Armin thought he kept that in. Assistant referee on the near side disagrees. So another set piece for Charlotte to defend. Edelman sizes it up. A little bit of a nick on the way through, and then Zeitz tried a sidewinding shot. But Pack wasn't too worried about it after there was a bit of a scramble at the near post. Aquafina is the official water of the Charlotte Independence. When the game heats up, cool down with Aquafina. There's a reason we mentioned the season series between these two. I think people that don't always watch the Atlantic might be surprised by the way this has started, but those that have been really paying attention to this division and have seen the previous meetings can't be too shocked with the way Red Bulls 2 have played to start this game. Lovely work there by the former Leicester City Premier League champion, Christian Fuchs. It's over to Riazkos. Now Johnson picked his head up, is looking for Para over the top. Lovely touch by Para, but it gets away from him at the last moment, and Tomball is able to cut it out.
And if I'm Coach Jeffries, I want Martinez, I want Bronico to get on the ball a little bit more, to string some passes together, get the confidence throughout the team. Get your players, Marveau, Para, on the ball in dangerous areas like we see here.
Oberton finding Marveau. Marveau, though, knew right away as soon as he looked up, though, that he was in an offside position. Of course, those two have a really good relationship. Going back to their Newcastle United days in the Premier League, and both recruited by that man, Mike Jeffries, to come help the cause in Charlotte. Marveau, of course, came earlier in the season than Oberton did. And actually, Gabrielle Oberton was just visiting Charlotte on vacation with his family and to check on Sylvain Marveau, see how he was doing. They had such a good relationship from their days playing together in England, and Mike Jeffries and Marveau just kind of talked to each other and said, let's see if he'll play. And Oberton just joined in a couple of training sessions, loved it, and here he is.
I'll tell you what, that's not a bad pickup for the Independents. Former Premier League player, of course, won't even bat an eye to sign him.
Of course, played not only with Newcastle United, but Gabrielle Oberton also played for Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United as well. Riazkos out wide, Sylvain Marveau. To his left boot, lovely pass to find Gabrielle Oberton. Oberton, lovely cutback, Armin in space, but a lovely sliding challenge. I believe I tumbled defensively to cut it out, but Oberton still has it and does well to win a throw in a 1v2.
And just a little glimpse of the vision of Oberton to find an ongoing run of Armin.
Misplaced pass by Enzo Martinez. I think Oberton was trying to tell him he was offside, and it was too late. It went out of play regardless. Charlotte this season, again, this is between Sportsplex at Matthews and American Legion Memorial Stadium. In 13 games, just the one defeat we mentioned earlier, the Red Bulls 2 here by 3-2. 9 wins and 3 draws. That's as good as it's going to get, pretty much, in the USL Championship. Obviously, Tampa Bay, so good at home as well, but those are 2 of the best marks in the entire league for home form this season, along with talking about Phoenix Rising and the likes out west. Oberton's in behind, and it's Tomball again. He got a lucky little deflection, but he earned it with his hustle, and the attack leads to a goal kick.
And it's a good, patient build-up from the Charlotte Independents. Oberton is at the focal point of it, playing the ball out wide, coming in, making runs. But again, it's Tomball. He's been terrific, putting last-ditch defending efforts for this Red Bull side. But you can see Oberton's getting a little bit more confident. He's getting more on the ball, and that's what you want if you're Coach Jeffries and the Charlotte Independents.
A bit better these last few minutes from Charlotte. Tomball's had a couple of crucial challenges, the one on Armin and then the one there on Oberton inside the penalty area. Red Bulls 2 trying to play this out of the back. Armin just got there ahead of Zeitz. Red Bulls 2 win it back. I think Armin is actually still down here as Rafaello leads a break here. Omar Sow, lovely centering pass. Rafaello leaves it, LaCava shoots it, and it's saved by Austin Pack. LaCava didn't quite get all of that. Just lovely counter-attacking play from the roadside. And now the concern shifts over to Jake Armin's status.
And it's a good attack from this Red Bull side. We see this tackle here, just comes through Armin. It's a clean tackle, no ill will.
Might have happened on the back end as he was landing off of that challenge by Zeitz, who actually, as you look at this, I should say we had a look at the second replay. He actually got there first, which probably prompted the referee, John Maddow, our center official tonight, from putting the whistle to his mouth. So play continues as Charlotte had it for a moment, but they give it right back. Displaced by Fuchs. Oberton's hustle, magnificent to win it back. Came well off the screen to get that ball back. Could lead to something good as Martinez is brought down and wins a free kick off of Rafaello.
And it's just so good from Martinez. He sees that there's no real passing link, so he just drives at the defense and gets a well-earned free kick for his squad. He's such a pivotal part for this Independent side, playing in the middle of the park there.
Lovely from Armin. Oberton, Para. Oberton again just to keep it alive. Back with Roberts after Riazkos kept it away from LaCava. Now Martinez trying to find Johnson. Great athleticism by Johnson just to keep that in play. But Red Bulls 2 get the chance to clear it, and they take that chance. Only as far there was Riazkos, then a big swing and a miss by Bronico, who regains. But then it's given away. Lovely little back heel to find Omar Sow there by Drame. And the centering pass, LaCava. LaCava leaves it for Rafaello. Archimed in the penalty area. They look for him, and Roberts was able to clear it first time. And then Para able to alleviate some of that Red Bulls 2 pressure. Lovely back heel by Archimed to get that going. But in the end, Charlotte able to stop that wave from the boys in red. Oberton gives it away, so plenty of space for Rafaello. He leaves it in the end for Edelman, who slows things down. Rafaello, 13th in the league this season with his assist total. He's actually 8th in the Eastern Conference, top 10 in the East in assists this season. Of course, 3 of those have come against Charlotte to help that stat a little bit. Armin had the right idea over the top. Drame was there. Referee, I think, got in the way of Edelman a little bit there to stop the attack. The frustration there from Red Bulls 2. Now Marveau finding Johnson. Johnson towards the byline. I think he may have run out of room. Yes, he did. It's a goal kick. Folks, I'd like to welcome our supporters at the game tonight. We want to thank all the supporters from the Mecklenburg Reserves and the Independence Ultras to tonight's game. Check out these supporters groups online and plug in to these great groups that love soccer and want to make Charlotte a better place to live through sports. Woloniak, you just saw on your screen a moment ago, has got to be thrilled with the way it's gone. Obviously, they were fortunate to get the opening goal through a Hugh Roberts mistake at the back. It went down as a Roberts' own goal, but they've played so well in and around that so far. Life really tough on Independence at the moment. Charlotte is starting to get a foothold in this game, slowly but surely. Marveau. Armin. Good ball in! And Marveau is denied on the line! Marcucci, my goodness! Had to be perfect there, no room for error. And he keeps it out of the net.
Tremendous save from the Red Bull keeper to be quick enough to move his feet and to deny Marveau from a goal. But you can just see how explosive this Charlotte Independence side is. The quality to spring a ball out wide from Marveau, and then Armin to put a peach of a ball. Then what about this save from Marcucci? Just to have the confidence, the composure to keep a hold on it and be quick enough to shuffle across to deny a perfect goal-scoring opportunity from this Independence squad.
Well, he ended up being perfectly positioned. I think if Marveau had hit that almost anywhere else, it would have went in. Marcucci was right there on the spot to make a huge save. What a ball in it was from Armin on a plate for Marveau, and you saw in the replay, Enzo Martinez and company thought they scored.
And I'll tell you what, this Red Bull squad has been so active going forward, but as well defensively. They've been making it very hard for the Independents to get any really rhythm into this match. And Coach Woloniak has to be happy with his defensive efforts from his squad so far.
Great effort by Marveau to keep that in play. Centering pass from Martinez. Martinez not able to hold on to it. Zeitz. Red Bulls 2 plan a next counterattack. Rare little dilly-dally there by So. Didn't have his eye on the ball. Forces Red Bulls 2 back. Back by Fuchs. Pack and Roberts able to play themselves out of some trouble. Some help from Bronico. Fuchs upfield, looking for Para. Flag stays down. Lovely back heel from Para. Oberton in behind. It's still Oberton, and he runs out of room at the vital moment, and Marcucci denies Charlotte again.
It just takes a little bit too long. Oberton, he knows it. Opens his hip, But what about this pass from Para to have the vision, the quality to pull that off? But he should just hit it right there. He takes that other touch and just runs out of real estate. Again, it's early signs for this independent squad. And that man right there is at the thick of it.
Well, that was almost a sensational goal from Oberton. In the end, though, took one too many touches. Red Bulls 2 again win it back here. Deep into Charlotte's end as well. So, Egbo. So again, Zeitz. Ooh, there was a collision off the ball. Referee does not acknowledge it. Rafaello out wide. They're queuing up here for Red Bulls 2. Rafaello again. And he went for the spectacular. It goes out of play. Fans tailgating is now allowed at your Independence games. You can reserve by going to charlotteindependence.com to get your reserved tailgate spot today. A couple of Independence players complaining with the assistant referee. That last sequence, thought he missed something. But play continues. Oh, lovely dummy by Para, who's dragged back by Drame. Surely that is a yellow card. Lovely skill from Para. And John Matto surely has to go to his book here.
You can just see the quality that Para has. The awareness to let that ball go through his legs and to draw a foul. He's just a handful to play against. He runs it behind. He has good feet. He can finish. 10 goals and 2 assists on the year. That just shows a little bit of why he's so respected in this league.
It is a Devil's Logic Brewery yellow card. Sierra Drame has his name taken. I believe that's the first booking of the night for either side. And so Martinez wearing the captain's armband tonight for Charlotte, lining this up with Marveau. Marveau lofting it in for Para, and Para's chest ends up leading it out of play, for a goal kick. Fans, join us on October 27th for a Halloween-themed night, Kick or Treat. All kids in costumes or team kits will get trick or treat with the team after the game. Join us for a great game and post-game trick or treating for the kids. Bit of pressure here from Marveau and company. Fuchs does well to head that back into a dangerous area. Now Oberton, who's been dazzling at times in this first half. Finding Bronico. Now Armin. Lovely centering pass. Marveau leaves it for Para. Para does well to hold off Edelman. Now Riazkos joins. Martinez, good ball in. Riazkos! Well, Riazkos did so well to continue his run. He wasn't able to hit the target.
And it's so good from this independent squad. You see the interchange. That's your right back getting into the attack. Just unlucky enough. You can see he's a little bit disappointed not to put that on target. But again, the Charlotte Independents, they're so good. They're so fluid in their movement. You see Martinez getting involved, Para, Oberton, Riazkos getting on the end of it. There's just so much talent in this first 11 from this independent side.
Lacava wins a free kick off of Hugh Roberts. I'm told Red Bulls 2 might be thinking about making a change here. It's Juan Castillo who's getting ready to come on. We're not sure yet who's going to come off. We'll let you know when they make that decision. Just as I say that, we're told it's going to be Drame, who was just booked, who's going to be withdrawn here. So we see here Drame, who was booked just moments ago. Complete construction services change is going to be withdrawn here with 33 minutes on the clock. And Juan Castillo will enter the field of play. So early change for John Woliniak here. Although he seems happy with what Drame did. Again, Drame just came over. little over a week and a half ago, so maybe that's part of it as far as match fitness. But an early change at the back for Red Bulls 2. Here's Riazkos. Oh, lovely skill to get around La Cava. Martinez. For Brant Bronico. Fuchs. Lovely ball to find Jake Arman. Arman using his pace into the penalty area. Just on the outskirts of it, I should say. He does win a corner off of Manny Egbo.
And it's a good attack from Arman. When you have a player that has a left foot like him, it's just so pivotal to get him in the attack. But in the end, it's a really well defended from Egbo to keep up the pace with him and deny a cross going into the box.
Another Chick-fil-A corner taken short. Marveau. Arman. Arman's ball, back post, Oberton. Looking to find some space. Johnson first time ball in. Roberts was closest to it. Red Bulls 2 get it away only as far as Bronico. Bronico back in, a diving header to keep it out at the back. Then La Cava, Archimed. Red Bulls 2 have a few players running forward here. Edelman made a really good run in behind, but the pass was nowhere near him in the end.
And it's a good idea from Archimed, just unlucky not to put that in Edelman's pace, but you can just see how fast this Red Bull squad is able to get on the counterattack.
Bulls 2 now control at the back. Jason Pendant is able to cut out the pass. First major touch for Castillo. And he gives it right back to his counterpart, Hugh Roberts. Now Johnson looking up, trying to find Para. Lovely control as always from Irvin Para. Dazzling his way into the penalty area, trying to find Oberton. Took a deflection on the way through, and Marcucci gobbles it up.
And it's been the story of the first half. Para making those runs into the channel. He's just so effective. And when you have a touch and the skillfulness like him, the body control, he's just a nightmare to play against. Unlucky enough not to find Oberton. But it's really good sign to see those two looking for each other.
Archimed in behind, and it just was able to fall into the lap of Pack. The vital moment. Coming end to end now, Arman able to find Marveau. Lovely control from Sylvain Marveau. And still, Marveau looking to pick out a pass. It's Gabrielle Oberton. And you can see the frustration as he found the space to take the shot, but his accuracy lets him down.
You can just see the quality from Marveau to find this pass. His touch just takes him a little bit too wide. Oberton not to have a clean look at goal and just gets it all wrong. You can see he's disappointed with himself not to put that on target.
Well, Oberton and Marveau have shown their quality ad nauseum, it seems, in this first half, but still Charlotte have not been able to find the back of the net. They've come close. Riazkos probably with the best chance. 5-10 minutes ago as Rafaello stays down after being fouled. Talking to with Johnson, Martinez, and John Matto, our center referee. Seitz trying to throw in his 2 cents unsuccessfully. Rafaello back onto his feet after what looked like a bit of a stinger. It's going to be a free kick for New York Red Bulls 2. Edelman's going to play it short. Tomball. Good deflection defensively on the way through, allows Charlotte to win this back. It was Para who did the dirty work there, but the pass lets him down. Then Tomball a little wide for Marcucci, but in the end it got there. Tomball. Pressured by Para. This is Egbo, and Egbo will play it back to Marcucci. Fan Saturday, October 16th, the Independents will be working with kid-sponsored Novant Health to drive awareness and raise money to fight breast cancer. Join us as we wear these special kits and we face Charleston Battery in a Southern Derby with playoff implications. Now Armin on the attack, finding Marveau. Marveau back to Armin. Armin across the face, and Para puts it wide. Edelman maybe with a last-ditch effort to put him off, but yet again on the doorstep, Charlotte can't hit the target.
And Charlotte has been so successful on this left-hand side, and how this ball does not end up in the back of the net is beyond me. I would put money on Para finding the back of the net 8-9 yards out. Just so unlucky not to have this game tied at 1-1.
Red Bulls 2 holding on to their slim advantage on the attack now. Zeitz. Archimed puts in a good ball. Riazkos just got a touch. And then Rafaello keeps it alive. Boy, that was a dangerous ball in that had to be dealt with, and it just about was, but it's not over yet. Edelman out wide, good ball across, and Archimed wasn't a mile away from it. And just about, no, not quite. Couldn't keep it in play. Just rolled over at the last moment. John Wozniak is, well, perplexed to say the least. His team's still on the attack, but it's cut out again. I think he thought it stayed in. Goes back to Charlotte on this near side with just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Or so. This is Juan Castillo. We're Rafaello. Rafaello again, looking for LaCava over the top, but it's too close to Austin Pack.
And it's so impressive from this Red Bull side to be out of the playoffs, but to put forth this effort in a match against a team that has so much more experience, that is fighting for a playoff game. It's so easy for this team, for this Red Bull squad, to be able to just drop their shoulders and say, hey, the season's done, don't really care. But no, they're going at this Charlotte seed. They're confident, they want to score goals. You can see the effort, the energy. So it's just a joy and so impressive from this performance so far.
Bronico. As far as Edelman, Red Bulls 2 regain possession. Edelman able to find So. Lovely first touch by So. So trying to get it back, and Marveau doing really well to backtrack and put him off. And then Martinez denied by Edelman around midfield. Speaking of the playoff chase, Pacific Division, New Mexico United, RGV, they're around the same part in the game as we are. One apiece at the moment, 42nd minute in New Mexico, and Lou City sporting KC2. Lou City trying to win the Central and stay in the race for the top seed in the playoffs. They've just scored against Sporting KC2, so at Lynn Family Stadium, it's 1-0 to Lou City. Mistake at the back here by Red Bulls 2. These two players come together on the pass. Para out wide. Marveau now picks it up. Sylvain Marveau, centering pass. Brant Bronico! And Marcucci, down to his right, makes the save.
And it's a good effort from Bronico to put this on target. But in the end, Marcucci's there to answer any questions that are asked of him. He's been very confident, very solid, their New York Red Bull 2 goalkeeper.
LaCava in behind for Red Bulls 2. He could go himself, and it was blocked by Christian Fuchs. Now Brant Bronico. Para in traffic, keeps it alive. He stays down. Wide with Zeitz. Still a chance for Charlotte here. Martinez couldn't find Johnson. Was cut out only as far though as Kevin Riazkos. Now Oberton just poking it through for Marveau. Marveau, lovely spin to keep possession. Out wide for Johnson. Johnson into the middle, and Zeitz in the right place at the right time allows Edelman to take it away. Well, it's been a lot of that, a lot of close calls for Charlotte in this first half. It's still just the Hugh Roberts own goal to nil in favor of Red Bulls 2 at the moment. Came all the way back in the 3rd minute.
Just that final touch is missing from this Charlotte Independent side. That lack of composure, lack of execution in that final third. But it has to be said, the New York Red Bull squad back line has been so difficult to play against. Their position has been point on so far in this first half.
So, just trying to poke it along, but Riazkos had it covered. Here's Armin. Lovely spin. Referee dummied it a little bit there. Para isn't able to corral it. And a missed kick by Bronico forces Sylvain Marveau further back. Now Johnson, Martinez, trying to make a run in behind. Red Bulls to win the throw. Tonight's match, presented by Summit Coffee Kick, the Cold Coat Drive, charitable effort in conjunction with Charlotte Independence and the Charlotte Independence Soccer Club for the remaining October home games. If you bring a coat or jacket to donate to those in need, you or a guest of yours will enjoy free entry to the game. And there are 2 minutes of added time brought to you by Summit Coffee Kick and the Cold Coat Drive. So 2 more minutes. Chance for a little bit of a twist at the end of this first half, which has been thoroughly entertaining, to say the least. Both teams have had plenty of chances. The only one that's gone in was a mistake at the back by Hugh Roberts and miscommunication between him and his goalkeeper, Austin Pack. Roberts looking to make amends here on the other end with Martinez lurking over this set piece. He'll leave it though. Armin swings in a good ball. It was towards Roberts, but he couldn't redirect it. Oberton gets it to Para. Para continues his run into the penalty area and wins a corner, it looked like. No, second chance look from the referee. Says it's a goal kick, and Para can't believe it. Red Bulls 2 to settle things down at the end of the first half.
And it's just such good defending from this Red Bull 2 side. To first deal with the dead ball opportunity. Second, a player like Para, he's crafty, he's quick. He's looking for that PK, driving across that box. Not to leave your feet, not to put a silly leg in and draw that PK. Just so good collective defensive unit from this Red Bull side in this first half.
Riazkos. Martinez just kind of shoved, I think it was Edelman, off the ball. It's likely going to be the last major act of this first half. Those two will likely take this, and final whistle won't be too far afterwards. Seitz didn't even get it off in time. That's going to do it for the first half in Charlotte, North Carolina. A mistake at the back from Pack, and Roberts allowed John Wolyniec's Red Bulls 2 to take an unlikely lead yet again in Charlotte this season. And surely the Independents will be picking up right where they left off, as they were able to really put their pedal to the metal after that, but couldn't find the back of the net. Near misses from Riazkos, and Para couldn't cancel out the Roberts' own goal in the 3rd minute. And we look forward to a fun second half in Charlotte. We'll take a break. Plenty of halftime is coming up from Charlotte, North Carolina, with Red Bulls 2 leading by a goal to nil.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Fold of Honor.
Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
Duckworth's Grill and Tap House is your destination for great food. Duckworth's is open for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Make sure you complete your order with an ice-cold Pepsi. Duckworth's is locally owned and operated. Pepsi, that's what I like.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez Espin back here with you at the half between Charlotte and Red Bulls 2. It's time to take a look at the Folds of Honor veteran of the game, Sergeant First Class Ryan Mamolo. Ryan has served his country throughout 21 distinguished years in the United States Army, served at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, as well as Texas, Germany, and Belgium NATO headquarters as well. Ryan's been recognized with numerous medals and commendations throughout his career. 6 Army Commendation Medals, 5 Army Achievement Medals, a NATO Service Medal, and much more. Sergeant First Class Mamolo, thank you, and we salute you for your service, your sacrifice, and for your love of our country. Presented by, of course, famous Toastery. Let's take a look at some highlights from around the league over the past week in the USL Championship. Ricky, we start with Oakland and Sacramento, and Quincy Amarikwa got the Roots off to the right start.
And it was a massive game for both of these teams. But what a cool, calm, collected finish that is from Amarikwa. Talk about vision from fall to find him. It's a huge goal for the Oakland Roots.
21 minutes later, though, Formella would find the equalizer for Sacramento Republic.
And what about that cheeky little pass from Villarreal to find Formella, and then he does what he does. He is a special player for that SAC team.
But in front of a big crowd, a raucous crowd in Oakland, it was Emra Clementa who found the winner.
And it's a tremendous towering header to put this back across his body. What a win that is for the Oakland Roots to beat Sacramento 2-1.
Both of the races out west are wild, to say the least. In the East, the Rowdies against Charleston Battery earlier this week, and Sebastian Guenzani was off to what he normally does best, and that's scoring goals. He had 2 in this game, and this is the first one.
And it's just a textbook header. To head it across the goal, tremendous goal from Guenzani there.
He made it a second, just 7 minutes later, a brace for Guenzani. He's actually not going to catch Haji Berry, but he's a lot closer, I think, than people thought.
And then, again, another clever finish. The keeper's going the other way to put that in the back corner. Tremendous goal from Guenzani again.
And then a bit of an oopsie here from the Rowdies to let Charleston back in it.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but just a little bit too strong, and puts it into his goal.
It ended up going down as a Jordan Scarlett own goal, but Leo Fernandez made sure the points were safe on the other side of halftime.
And it's a clean, cheeky, quick finish. To take it off a bounce like that, tremendous finish from Fernandez.
Rowdies would go on to win by 4-2. They can't be stopped at the moment. Their winning streak continues, and we'll see if they can end up getting the top spot in the East. We'll take a break. When we come back, news and notes and more from around the USL Championship as the halftime from Charlotte continues.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey, y'all. Can we change up the chores?
Sorry. It's up to the wheel, man.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more like stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Around it comes Fox. Solik, the backheel in! What a goal!
Luna is shot into the back goal.
Kiramoto has won it for OKC Energy FC. Oh, that is a brilliant goal from the substitute.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey guys, this is Gabby Douglas. If you have an active lifestyle like me, hydration is key. That's why I love the Hydration Watermelon Smoothie from Smoothie King. With more electrolytes than some of the leading sports drinks, it's a cleaner way to hydrate and recover, with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. So try the Hydration Watermelon Smoothie from Smoothie King. Order online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you. Charlotte trailing against New York Red Bulls 2 at the half by 1-0. Let's take a look at news and notes from around the USL Championship. Obviously, Lexington joining USL League One in 2023. That's big for the entire USL family. And obviously, the push for the playoffs, Ricky, and Memphis certainly a part of that. Lauren Kisiadu has been phenomenal for them, and they've still got games in hand and a real opportunity there to get into the playoffs for Coach Ben Pierman's bunch.
And he's such an important player. If you haven't seen those two finishes, go look at them. They were very impressive from that man right there.
It's the beauty of this league. There's so much to look at in that playoff picture, but it all comes down to these final few weeks. When we get to the end of October, we're going to know who's facing who. Of course, games that have an impact on that brought to you by Hyatt Place. The scoreboard, obviously, Rowdies beating Charleston earlier this week. The Switchbacks drawing against Real Monarchs. That could be big in the race for second in the Mountain Division, and it's still 1-1 between New Mexico United and RGV at the half, and a big one between those two.
And it's just so impressive how competitive this league is around all divisions. There's just it's just so tight, and every point counts, and you know that this game for the Charlotte Independents, they need these 3 points, and keep an eye on the Rowdies because Independents are coming for them.
Big win for Los Dos, by the way, on Friday to keep pace in the Pacific Division as well. And Blue City with a half-an-hour gone lead at home against Sporting KC2. Hyatt Place Hotel brings you the upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, Miami can clinch a playoff spot against Loudoun. Then the big one, Charleston and Hartford. Both teams have to win, and a draw would knock both teams out of the playoffs potentially. Birmingham Legion Indy 11, and then Pittsburgh against Tampa. That might be the game of the weekend.
And it's going to be a tremendous game. There's just so much firepower, so much talent on that Pittsburgh side, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdy side. But what about that match? The Charleston Battery, Hartford Athletic, win or go home. It's going to pretty much, so it's going to be an impressive, hard-fought match there.
Great slate tomorrow. Again, San Antonio, Memphis, OKC against Austin. Big one as well. We'll take a break here. When we come back, first half highlights and stats, and then the second half kick from Charlotte.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Fun fact, you know Mountain Dew and spicy chicken is the perfect combo?
Does it look like I don't know that?
Okay. Didn't mean to ruffle your feathers.
You know, we both did the employee training, Gary.
Okay, don't jump down my beak.
Doing spicy? Do the do.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Fold of Honor.
Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Red Bulls 2 leading Charlotte by 1-0 at the half. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez-Espin back here with you. Excited to see what happens in the next 45 minutes between these two. But first, the Duckworths' first half highlights between these two. And Ricky, it starts with a big mistake from a guy you'd least expect to make one, Hugh Roberts at the back.
And you can see the intention is good, but just gets it all wrong. Just tries to head it back to pack, but at the end, it's a good finish, but just in his wrong net.
Went down as Hugh Roberts' own goal. Bit of a shock to the Charlotte systems. Red Bulls 2 could have easily made it 2 or 3.
And you can see LaCava, he's been so active in this first half. And the Red Bulls, Red Bulls 2 have been playing with so much confidence in the attack.
But Charlotte got a foothold back into the game and created a bunch of chances, including this chance from Marveau.
And you would bet on Marveau putting that in the back of the net. But Armin on this left side has been so active for the Independents.
And 28th minute on the counterattack. Irvin Parra had a chance to make something happen here.
And it's just a clever backheel to have the run of Oberton. Just takes a little bit too long not to get a shot off. You know he's going to be frustrated with it. But it's, again, those two linking up. That's tremendous signs for the Charlotte Independent side.
Just not enough room for Oberton to pull the trigger. And Charlotte, again, kept on coming. Another chance.
And it's just so hard to defend when you have players interchanging. A man in the back line is in your 6-yard box, unlucky not to put that on target and get a goal there.
Famous Toastery first half stats between these two, even as far as shots on target, nearly even in total shots, but in the end, unluckily for Charlotte, and luckily if you're a Red Bulls 2 supporter, an own goal separates the sides.
And you need to make your chances count if you're the Red Bull 2 side. You're getting in good positions, but just put it on target, make a save. And in the Charlotte Independents, keep on going. You're creating a lot of chances, and your quality will show in the end. Look for Power to keep going. Look for Marveau to get involved. Oberton has been getting more confident as the game has gone on. So look for them to keep interchanging combination and get that goal.
So far, so good for John Wolonyek's side, looking for their second win in as many games this season here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Of course, if Charlotte can come back and win, and they get a draw between Charleston and Hartford tomorrow, the Charlotte Independents will punch their ticket into the USL Championship playoffs. But still a lot of work to do as Irvin Parra kicks us off, and Charlotte will be attacking from left to right in their home blues in the second half. Of course, Red Bulls 2 had a bit of a flurry after they got the own goal from Hugh Roberts. LaCava, as you saw in the highlights, had a couple of chances. Omar So had a few as well, and Rafaello streaking through the middle here, trying to create something at the start of this second half. Just try to cross it into the middle unsuccessfully. Joel Johnson in possession now as Charlotte try to play themselves out of trouble. Though Riazkos, they got into some trouble there, just trying to shield it out. Might be a little fortunate there to win a free kick. Christian Fuchs takes it quickly. Red Bulls 2 not happy that Charlotte were able to take it right away. The switching of the play here to find Sylvain Marveau. Now Oberton. Johnson finds its way back to Marveau. Good run from Oberton towards the byline, and a good cross in as well. Parra for Martinez. Enzo Martinez couldn't quite find the shot, but he finds Jake Armin, who finds Parra, and a huge save by Marcucci, my goodness. He had the big save in the first half at point-blank range, and he comes up with the goods again, this time denying Para. Sequence not over yet, though. Oberton gets it back from Riazkos. Oberton across the face, and Para fell at the vital moment. But more positives from Charlotte in the attack.
And what about this start from the Charlotte Independents? Just the interchange, the movement from the squad. You can just see the quality that they possess. Para, and again, it's really well defended not to leave your feet. But then what about this little pass? Para, it's just so tough to beat Marcucci. He's just full of confidence at the moment. It's a tremendous save there.
Once again, AJ Marcucci comes up with a big save for Red Bulls 2. His teammates is down at the moment. Kevin Riazkos and company are really putting together some good spells here. They just have not been able to beat Marcucci as of yet. The Red Bulls 2 made a pretty early change in the first half as Drame was taken off for Juan Castillo. So John Woleniek's already made one change here. Might have to make another if there's a possible injury here. There's Omar Sow getting tangled up with Kevin Riazkos, and obviously Omar Sow is so important. No pun intended, of course. We got a bit of a shot in the back there as Riazkos went up to try and beat him to the header.
And those are never fun when you have your back and someone just comes through you. Hopefully he's okay and he's able to continue because he's such an important part for this Red Bull 2 side. He's their pinpoint man. They play off of him. He brings so much energy and so much quality into the attack.
You can see him grimacing a little bit. He's trying to stretch himself out, it looks like. He'll try his best to continue. Obviously one of John Woleniek's best at his disposal. Omar Sow, talked about it at the top, 7 goals this season, 2 assists as well. Those 7 goals lead Red Bulls 2 this season. He's always in the middle of the action, it feels like, when Red Bulls 2 are on their game. At the moment, Red Bulls 2 will play with 10 men. LaCava, not able to beat Roberts to it. Joel Johnson helping it along. But open up here, Martinez. Out wide, Jake Arman has space to run into. Instead, he finds Gabrielle Oberton. Oberton rolling it into the penalty area towards the byline, and Oberton gets the deflection and wins a corner for Charlotte.
And it's the second time in this second half that the Charlotte Independents has found success and a lot of real estate on Arman's side. With the quick ball movement to change the point of attack, they're having a lot of success.
Chick-fil-A corner for Jake Arman to take. Towards the near post, So, who just came back on, clears it away, only as far as Bronico. Now Johnson trying to find Hugh Roberts in there unsuccessfully. Arman does well to keep it with Charlotte. Marveau in behind. Marveau, it's another corner attempt on this far side.
And they're just so good at finding those little quick dashing runs to get to the end line, to put dangerous balls in. You can see how much quality this independent side has with Marveau making those runs. Para, and look for Enzo Martinez to put a dangerous ball in.
Chick-fil-A corner, Para got a flick on it, but So got a better touch on it. It's back out wide for Martinez. Puts in another dangerous ball, and again, Red Bulls 2 have it covered. Arman now, Sylvain Marveau. Back for Arman. Arman so calm there with 2 or 3 Red Bulls 2 players around him. Martinez looking for Johnson. Johnson for Marveau. Marveau with a good ball in. Good header by Castillo in traffic, and Edelman clears. As far though as Christian Fuchs. Leaves Enzo Martinez a bit astray here, but good job backtracking there to stop LaCava from possibly making a break out of it. back to Hugh Roberts. Near side now, Kevin Riazkos. Space to run into here for the right back. Not sure he meant to, but he found Irvin Parra in space. Parra dancing his way through, he goes down, it's a penalty. Well, Parra was so tough to deal with there. He got around 2 or 3 Red Bulls 2 defenders. And he gets tripped inside the penalty area, and John Matto did not hesitate. And a big chance for Charlotte to get on terms.
And he's been a headache all night to deal with, Parra. You see how good he is in quick and tight places. It's just so unlucky from Zayats to put his foot in there. No need to lunge in like a player like Parra. They'll make you pay and draw a well-earned PK for his squad.
Well, the Red Bulls 2 captain tonight gives away the penalty. Parra drew it. It looks like Kevin Riazkos is going to take this for Charlotte. Big moment here. The defender is going to step up. Riazkos, it's saved, but on the rebound, it's saved again! Marcucci, incredible! A double save! And Charlotte still can't beat the Red Bulls 2 keeper.
Are you kidding me, Marcucci? This is unbelievable. Not to deny Riazkos not once, but twice. To be such a presence in that goal, to have the quickness to get up, and to have that strong hand. That is world-class goalkeeping from this Red Bulls 2 goalkeeper.
Now a corner. Oberton at the back post, couldn't head it on target. I think, Daniel Edelman deserves credit as well. I think he was the one on the 3rd attempt that got a foot in, that deflected it out for that corner. Oh my goodness. Talk about a goal mouth scramble, and Red Bulls 2 survive it. Well, then I have to say, Ricky, it calls into question having a defender take that penalty with Parra, who just won the penalty, being very much an option there. And Riazkos, it wasn't a badly struck penalty, but it was too close, I think, as far as height for the keeper. He made a relatively easy save, but it was the second one that was jaw-dropping.
Tremendous goalkeeper. You can see Marcucci how confident he was, and you would bet Riazkos to step up with players around him. Marveau, Oberton, and the right back is the one who kicks it. You can see he has to be confident. He has to be a well-taken PK shooter, but unlucky enough not to find the back of the net. But it's just so big and so good for Marcucci to keep this lead intact for the Red Bull 2 side.
Rafaello now. Archimed for So, and he's blocked by Roberts just outside the 6-yard box. Red Bulls 2 again with Zaitz. And then it was LaCava who was closest to it, but Charlotte get it away. Martinez just kind of nudged his way past. I don't think that was a foul. Martinez has Marveau to his left. He finds him. Sylvain Marveau blocked again. And it's going to be another corner for Charlotte. This time Tomball doing the dirty work defensively.
It's impressive, the effort that these boys are putting in red. It's been spectacular so far.
Chick-fil-A corner now. Jake Arman back out wide. Marveau able to find Martinez. Good ball looking for Roberts. And again, Marcucci says no. And here is again that phenomenal double save by Marcucci. It's this one that really is remarkable.
When a goalkeeper is confident, it is so hard to score on him. He's had not 1, not 2, but 3 goal line saves in this match so far. He has been tremendous. He's been a leader for this Red Bull 2 side in that back line.
Where would they be without him tonight? AJ Marcucci. Don't think they'd be leading Red Bulls 2, that's for sure, but he's bailed them out. And that man, Kevin Riazkos, you could see it on the end of that replay. He's just stunned look when he realized he had missed not once, but twice. Gatorade is scientifically researched and game tested for athletes like your Jacks. When you need hydration, choose the official isotonic sports drink of the Charlotte Independents, Gatorade. Well, what a first 11 minutes and change it has been in this second half. And remarkably, the goal line, well, score line, I should say, remains unchanged. Lovely work initially by Jason Pendant on this near side. Zeitz now and Edelman now as well, trying to maraud his way through. Unsuccessfully, Martinez tried to keep that alive, so wins it back. Bulls 2 can keep it in possession. Pendant just kind of throwing it into the penalty area, and it's too close to Austin Pack. Marveau. Para. And now Bronico. Martinez. Denied by Pendant. And a poor pass, giving it right back to Kevin Riazkos. Lovely ball out wide. This is where Marveau can be extremely dangerous. Centering pass, Oberton. Marveau over the top, Brandt Bronico. Marcucci didn't quite get there, but I think he was fouled in the process. Brandt Bronico may have followed through there. Marcucci is just giving everything he can to the cause, and Brandt Bronico, for following through, is booked by the referee. Another look.
Just unlucky from Bronico to pick up this yellow. He gets Marcucci with that follow through. I don't think there's any ill will. They're just going for the ball, but just so unlucky for Marcucci to get the worst end of that. But again, he's confident when he's coming out. He's staying big. He's been tremendous for the Red Bull 2 side.
Devil's Logic Brewing confirms the Brandt Bronico booking, much to his chagrin. Now the Red Bulls 2 staff will take a look at AJ Marcucci. Some frustration on the Charlotte bench. Mike Jeffries and his side have been so close to hitting the front on, boy, a handful of occasions now. We're starting to lose track. AJ Marcucci has been, well, phenomenal, let's just say it tonight. He's been fantastic so far in the first just about an hour of play. You mentioned it earlier, Ricky. He had the save against Marveau in the first half when it looked like he was close to going over the line. Then he makes the double penalty save, and he's had a couple of other big ones as well. And now Red Bulls 2 look to pay off some of that hard work. Lovely back heel from Rafaello. Great footwork from LaCava, trying to find Zeitz, and Enzo Martinez steps in. And LaCava wound up for a big strike in the end, let it hit the ground, and then it's cleared out of play just about, although kept in by Red Bulls 2. They can keep possession. Castillo, to be careful there with Martinez bearing down, and Marcucci will reset. And if Charlotte can't win tonight, it does open the door for the winner tomorrow between Charleston and Hartford to stay alive for a playoff spot. Of course, Pittsburgh and Miami, it doesn't matter with them. If they win, they're in. Another matchup will not matter for them as far as a playoff spot is concerned. They have it in their own hands. So does Charlotte, of course, but they want to clinch tonight, or I should say this weekend, which would be tomorrow. They would need a draw, and they'd have to win tonight. Marveau. Just under half an hour left at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Fuchs. Over to Riazkos. Joel Johnson. Riazkos, lovely little meg of so. Oh, then he followed through on that second attempt. Referee, let's play continue. John Wolyniak, you can hear him yelling and screaming on the near side. Play continues. Rafaello boots it out of play. On Saturday, October 16th, the Independents will be working with kit sponsor Novant Health, drive awareness and raise money to fight breast cancer. Join us as we wear these special kits and face Charleston Battery in a Southern Derby with potential playoff implications. As you can just see the The thoughts? At least the facial expression of John Wolyniec for a moment there after he thought that his team had won a set piece. Zeitz is still down after that last sequence. He's actually telling the Charlotte bench to pipe down a little bit. I think they were giving him a little bit for, well, at least in their eyes, thinking maybe he was milking that a little bit. Zeitz told them no, sir. Both benches have been active tonight, to say the least. It means a lot for Charlotte, closing in on a playoff spot, and Red Bulls too have tried to match that intensity, and they have so far. One back by Red Bulls 2. LaCava tried to clear it unsuccessfully. Lovely work from Marveau to find Martinez. Martinez back to Marveau. Tomball thought he won a goal kick. He did. Last off of Marveau. Para protests unsuccessfully. Fans, join us October 27th. Halloween-themed game, of course. Kick or treat. All kids in costumes or team kits will get to trick or treat with the team after the game. Join us for a great game and post-game trick-or-treating for the kids. Dangerous pass there, Marcucci and Zeitz just about able to link up. Zeitz is hurt again. Martinez couldn't get it to him, so trying to find Rafaello, who's able to get away from Christian Fuchs here. Jeremy Rafaello cutting it back again. Can he find a teammate? Yes, he can. Still a chance for Red Bulls 2 to create something here. Egbo thought better of it after looking like he was going to find a teammate or look for a teammate. Zeitz towards the byline. He wins a corner. Boy, just phenomenal work initially from Rafaello. And Charlotte have a corner to defend.
And Rafaello has been so active in the second half. His directness in his play, whether it's running, whether it's dribbling, has asked so many questions for the Charlotte Independence back line and has troubled them. He's been such an impactful player in the second half for the Red Bull 2 side.
Edelman will take for Red Bulls 2. Tomball got ahead to that, but it wasn't nearly enough to beat Austin Pack. Now Marveau and Martinez trying to lead the pack here for Charlotte Independence. Dangerous pass. LaCava with his pace nearly cut it out before it got to Hugh Roberts. Now Para from Riazkos and back to Riazkos again. Johnson. Oberton, back to Joel Johnson. Oberton, good running behind. Still Oberton. Looking it for Armin. Gabrielle Oberton again. Johnson. And nobody in his Charlotte kit anywhere near the cross.
And again, Oberton just takes a little bit too long to pull the trigger. We know he has the quality. We've seen him score some spectacular goals. Why not pull the trigger? Ask questions of Marcucci. Put him under distress.
In from Johnson. Surely Martinez! 1-1. At long last, Charlotte have the breakthrough. Enzo Martinez equalizes. Marcucci finally beaten. Independents are on terms with 25 minutes to go.
And you can see how much it means to Martinez, the captain, to step up big. But what about this interplay between Johnson and Bronico? And Martinez is just there to clean it up and put it in the back of the net. They were asking questions. They were putting pressure on this Red Bull 2 side. Finally, the breakthrough is through. And who else? The captain, Martinez, to put this game at 1-1.
Fifth goal of the season for Enzo Martinez, brought to you by Devil's Logic Brewing. The Charlotte faithful are loving that. It's finally 1-1 as Charlotte break through the back line at last. And it's anyone's game now. Bronico out wide. Armin for Marveau. Lovely from Sylvain Marveau. take out the pass. He's forced back by Egbo. Christian Fuchs. Jake Arman. Looking for Para! 2-1 in a flash! Well, it took them so long just to get on terms, but in the blink of an eye, Charlotte have turned it around, and they lead by 2-1.
And again, it's Arman who's been so good in this game to put that ball on a platter for Para, and he does what he does best. Be in the right situation, be in the right spot, put the ball in the back of the net. That's what you're paid to do, and that's what he does. To get his 11th goal on the year, to give this independent side a 2-1 lead. Tremendous goal.
Another Devil's Logic Brewing goal for Charlotte in as many minutes. And Irvin Para and Charlotte Independence might have to make reservations for the playoffs by weekend's end. Looks like Red Bulls 2 are going to make a double switch here. So Austin Brummett, who actually won it for New York Red Bulls 2 here earlier this season, he will come on along with JC Cortez. Pendant is going to come off, and Archimed is also going to come off. Both those subs brought to you by Complete Construction Services. With Red Bulls 2, just like that, going from ahead to trailing here in just a matter of minutes. What a turnaround.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this Red Bull 2 side reacts to letting in 2 goals back-to-back. You can hear the crowd getting more into it. The hostile environment is coming up. You have the players like Marvo getting more active. Para, obviously, he's going to be looking for his second one. So you want the young boys to settle down, play into the game, get back what they were doing so well, which is running in behind, getting in behind the Charlotte Independence back line. So look for Edelman, look for Zayats to kind of dictate the tempo for this Red Bull 2 side.
So was fouled. Referee gave advantage, but then saw it wasn't working out. And a little bit of pushing and shoving between So and Para. Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independence. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi at your next Independence game. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. You saw briefly on your screen there. Looks like Dane Kelly is getting set to come on. He had a brace against Red Bulls 2 last time they were here. That 3-2 defeat. Coming down on 20 minutes to go. Of course, Red Bulls 2, it has to be said, they were 2-1 down here. Earlier this season, they came back to win it. 3-2. Dane Kelly, he's coming on to try and make sure that doesn't happen. Riazkos trying to fight off Austin Brummett, who scored the winner here earlier this season, and John Woliniak displeased as a foul goes Charlotte's way. Zaitz has been booked, I think, for the challenge. Was issued a yellow card. So Zayats is booked, brought to you by Devil's Logic Brewing. And here comes the Dane Kelly change, brought to you by Complete Construction Services. And the goal scorer, Irvin Para, is the one that's going to make way. And he's taking his time and soaking in the moment.
He's such a handful. He was active all night, running in behind, linking up players, and there he gets his goal. It's a tremendous header to find the back of the net there. He's such a complete forward and so special for this Independence team.
Dane Kelly, all-time leading USL Championship goal scorer, is on. 9 goals to his name this season. Oberton did well. Get it past a couple of Red Bulls, 2 defenders. Marveau on the end of it. And Marcucci just able to slap it out of the range of Johnson or Kelly, who were waiting for it.
And in the end, it's just a little bit too casual from Marveau. You would like him to hit that ball or be a little bit more assertive and have a little bit more intention. At last, he just has a little chip that Marcucci is able to stop with his hand, but you want a player of the quality to be more intense in that moment.
Charlotte appealing for a handball there. It wasn't given. Martinez lovely. Kelly trying to find Marveau too far out in front. By the way, the 2 goals that Charlotte scored were timed at the 66th minute and the 67th minute. 2 goals in 2 minutes to turn things around, and they might not be done here. Kelly wins it back. Martinez, who scored the first of the 2, leaves it for Johnson. Johnson keeps on running, so trying to track him down, and does so successfully. Brummett, who was the hero for Red Bulls 2 last time they were here, and it was his first professional goal when he scored it. Hasn't scored since. Austin Brummett, back on July 7th here. Here's how the standings look if it holds. Charlotte would move all the way up to 2nd place, which is where they want to end the season, of course, but Miami and Pittsburgh play tomorrow, and again, if this holds and Charleston draw with Hartford, Charlotte would be in, and so would Miami and Pittsburgh. Oberton dispossessed inside the penalty area. Red Bulls 2 are able to clear. And that game is so important tomorrow because the race, at least for the playoffs in this division, would essentially end with a draw tomorrow. And if this result holds, that's the case. But a win, keep it alive for Charleston and, I should say, or Hartford. If they're able to win tomorrow, it would not be over just yet for that 4th spot. If you're looking for a little Greek, a little Southern, and always fresh, enjoy a great meal and ice cold Pepsi at your local Showmars. Red Bulls 2, though, not out of this yet by any means. Egbo with a good ball in, and Christian Fuchs was there defensively. It's out for a Red Bulls 2 throw.
And Rafaello, again, is at the base of it, able to turn in that pocket, draw a couple defenders, and spring Egbo in. Unlucky not to get that past the first defender, but he's just been so good, Rafaello, in the second half for the Red Bull 2 side.
Edelman off the throw, and Egbo wins another. And the 2 seed, especially in this division, arguably the most competitive, maybe in the entire league, with who it's likely going to be in the playoffs. You look at Tampa Bay coming close to wrapping up the division title and potentially the #1 overall seed in the USL Championship playoffs. They play Pittsburgh tomorrow, and then, of course, the River Hounds under Bob Lilly. It's one of his best teams, you could argue, since Bob Lilly took over about 4 years ago now. And then you look at what Paul Dalglish has done with Miami. After not making the playoffs and not living up to the expectations a year ago, they've more than done that this season. And then Charlotte, after a first-round exit last year, going to go a step further, if not more, this season with a very experienced and resilient team that we've got to see firsthand tonight. And they might be in again. Dane Kelly has numbers to his right. Kelly in behind! And he took it himself and missed the target. He had Oberton, who was in great position off to his right. He had another teammate as well, Johnson, but went for it himself.
I think it's the wrong decision to go for goal. You have 2 players on your right-hand side, like you said. It's an easy pass across and an easy finish for either Oberton or I think it was Johnson who was there. It's just unlucky from Dane Kelly not to get his head up and find that pass.
Throw in now for Charlotte. This game's still very much on a knife edge. Red Bulls 2 have led for most of it, but the last 10 minutes, Charlotte have had the lead after they turned it around with 2 goals in 2 minutes. Martinez in the 66th. Para, who's since been substituted, in the 67th. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin here with you. American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte is the venue. Bulls 2 now on the counterattack with Rafaello. Brummett heading it down for So. So scored here last time they met in July. But LaCava couldn't get on the end of that feed. Red Bulls 2 pick it back up again. Zayats. Edelman, and nearly phenomenal from LaCava, but couldn't find a teammate. Now Oberton. Ahead for Sylvain Marveau. And then it's too far in front of Oberton. When you look at the Atlantic Division, as far as the pecking order, what stands out to you? Where does Charlotte find themselves?
Oh, that's a tough question. I would say with the additions that they have now, I would say they're up there next to Tampa, right underneath Tampa. When you bring players like Oberton, Marveau, obviously Para, scoring goals for fun, having Dane Kelly come off the bench, it's an embarrassment of riches when you have Enzo Martinez with the experience that he has, Brant Bronico, a Premier League winner, great ball there, a Premier League winner in that back line. It's just experience all over this pitch for Coach Jeffries. And when you, going into the playoffs, you need experience. You need players that are able to play in big games, that know how to win in one-off games, and those guys are the guys to do it. So I'm saying you cannot take this independent side easy.
Bulls 2 are preparing a double change. Referee John Matto not thrilled with the way Pack was dealing with that situation as far as time wasting is concerned. Nicolas Rabiot is going to be coming on, as is Sam Williams, it looks like, for New York Red Bulls 2. Still in search of an equalizer. And these are two changes that'll give them a different look up front, potentially, in finding it. Kyle Zayats is going to be one of the changes who comes off. And the other looks like it's going to be Jake LaCava who makes way as well. Both brought to you by Complete Construction Services. Zayats was on a yellow card as well, so it's now negated. Looks like Charlotte are going to prepare a couple of switches potentially as well. Adam Armour getting ready to come on, and looks like we'll also see, talk about it, embarrassment of riches, Marcelo Palomino. Looks like he'll be getting set to come on at the next available stoppage. Bulls 2 let that bounce. Marveau nearly pounced on it. Charlotte are able to win it back though. Johnson forced back. Just able to keep that in. Red Bulls 2 regained possession. Well, I guess then they ended up bringing it back for that throw-in, I think. Not sure what that was about. But in the meantime, Charlotte will make a couple of changes. Armour and Palomino getting set to come on. I'm told Brant Bronico is going to come off for Marcelo Palomino, a Complete Construction Services substitution. And Adam Armour looks to be coming on for Gabrielle Oberton. Another good night for Gabrielle Oberton. If Charlotte has their way in the playoffs, expect him to be a big part of it. No question about that. See tonight how much influence he can have over this game. And Armour and Palomino coming on, hopefully, for Charlotte to seal it. The Red Bulls 2 on the attack, and Omar So, my goodness. Had Austin Pack, pardon me, flailing at it. Took him by surprise, and he's slow to get up. But it's out for a goal kick.
And you can see the quality that So has. To have the body control to hit this ball on a half turn while it's bouncing, to almost put that on target. You can see why the Red Bull organization is just so high on him and his upside that he has.
Fans, like to welcome our supporters to the game tonight. Want to thank all the supporters in the Mecklenburg Reserves and the Min City Collective. Check out these supporters groups online and plug into these great groups that love soccer and want to make Charlotte a better place to live through sports. Goes back out of play. Just under 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. John Woleniek's side led in the 3rd minute through a Hugh Roberts own goal. And then 2 goals in 2 minutes, 66th and 67th from Martinez and Parra have allowed Charlotte to turn things around and retake the lead. So technically a Red Bulls 2 player has not scored tonight. Red Bulls 2 have scored, but wasn't one of their guys. They're looking to change that at the moment, although the pass goes astray from Rabiot. Charlotte win it back. Chance for Sylvain Marveau to lead the break here. Dane Kelly with a touch into space, and Tomble does well on the cover.
You can see the player Dane Kelly is. He likes to ride that back line and get it behind with so much pace, so much quality. When you have a player like Marveau in that pocket who can find those passes, look for Dane Kelly to get on the end of things, especially balls with Marveau.
You have to tip your cap to AJ Marcucci as well. He's made some remarkable saves tonight, including a double save on the Kevin Riazkos penalty kick. That happened early in the 2nd half as well. It's been a really entertaining game tonight in Charlotte, and it's still not over yet. It's going to be a free kick for Red Bulls 2 here in a pretty good position, and Christian Fuchs, I think, is going to get carded for that kick of the ball away. A bit of time wasting from the veteran. Looks like he has been penalized for it.
It's a big opportunity here for the Red Bull 2 side to put the ball in a dangerous area. Give Pack something to think about. Does he come off his line? Does he stay? You know, So is going to be a big target with that big body in and around that 6-yard box. So it's a really good opportunity here.
Devil's Logic Brewing booking for Christian Fuchs, the Austrian. Fans here hoping that Charlotte can get this one over the line, but they have to defend this set piece first. Egbo and Edelman deciding who should take this. Looks like Egbo has taken charge. Puts in a really good ball. Kelly just shepherded along. Red Bulls 2 were appealing for a corner. I believe they've gotten it here on this near side. There was a whistle before it was taken, and actually Austin Pack is on his back at the moment. Referee, I think, is trying to decipher what just happened there. Charlotte are appealing that this should be a free kick for them. I think Red Bulls 2 are asking for it to be taken again off the corner. Actually, the assistant referee is going to have a word here over what should happen. Had a good look at it on that far side. And I think it's going to be taken again for Red Bulls 2 here, I believe. Charlotte are complaining about this, and it was tough to see what happened on the initial sequence. Looks like the road side are going to get another look at his set piece here. Despite Austin Pack hitting the deck. So we'll try it again. Edelman takes. Pack collects. Couple of quick looks around the league. It's still 1-1 between New Mexico United and RGV in the 85th minute in Albuquerque. Lou City 2, Sporting KC 2, 1. Coming up on the 60th minute in Kentucky, and Tulsa and El Paso underway coming up on halftime. It's Tulsa 0, El Paso 2 at the moment. That's a big game for Locomotive. They're trying to keep pace for the top seed in the league and trying to not only clinch a playoff spot, but clinch the Central, or I should say the Mountain Division, with Colorado Springs and San Antonio still in with a shot at it. Charlotte, if they can hold on, just need a draw from Charleston and Hartford tomorrow, and they will be into the playoffs. And then the field, not the seedings, but the field from the Atlantic will be set. There's still more work to do. Egbo with a good ball in. It was flicked over the top, and it's going to be another Red Bulls 2 corner with just under 2 minutes of the 90 remaining, plus potential stoppage time.
And you can see the leadership from Fuchs there, telling his guys to stay with his mark. You do not want to give up a late goal here if you're the Independents. Egbo has put in a couple of good dangerous balls. Edelman's going to take it. He has quality as well. But look for the Red Bull 2 side to get on the end of this ball here.
Oh, it's a good header, and it's a great save from Pack. What a ball in from Edelman. And the header had a lot behind it as well, but Austin Pack holds it.
You can see it's a good header there from Castillo. Just so unlucky not to put that in the corner, and it's good, confident goalkeeper by Pack.
Ended up basically being a free header for Juan Castillo. He was unlucky not to beat the goalkeeper. 90th minute here in Charlotte. Bulls 2 not going to let this stand if they can help it. Christian Fuchs able to clear it all the way back to Marcucci. He's been one of the stars of this one tonight. Red Bulls 2 on the attack. Brummett, good ball across. Omar Sow, he slipped at the vital moment. Scored from a very similar position here back in July. But that time, he wasn't able to get enough behind it.
And you love to see this from the Red Bull 2 boys. To not give up, to find that interchange on top of the box. And so you can see he's disappointed not to get a hold of that one. We can see the player he is, the quality that he has. And you know he wants to put that on target with a little bit more venom.
Looks like Independents are going to make 2 more changes as we're into 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this one. Looks like Valentin Sabella is going to come on for Sylvain Marveau. Jose Bizama is also going to come on. It looks like that's going to be the end of the night for Joel Johnson as well. Both substitutions brought to you by Complete Construction Services. And 2 more strong performers exit for Mike Jeffries and the Independents tonight. Stoppage time, of course, is brought to you by Summit Coffee. Kick the a cold coat dry partner, a charitable effort in conjunction with the Charlotte Independents and Charlotte Independents Soccer Club. For the remaining October home games, if you bring a coat or a jacket to donate to those in need, you or a guest of yours will enjoy free entry to the game. It's the end of the night for Sylvain Marveau. Another magnificent performance from him despite not getting on the score sheet. And Charlotte now trying to see this out and get within touching distance of the playoffs. Has to be said, though, despite not being able to get there this year, a lot of these Red Bulls 2 players and company really have a bright future ahead of them. They've showed it again tonight, the fight that's within this squad and the talent as well. They still have 2 minutes left to salvage a point here as well, although Roberts is able to head that away. And Dane Kelly appealing for a handball. It's not been given. He nearly started a break the other way for Charlotte. Manny Egbo putting in the cross, and Drummett was closest to it, but it's over his head and out of play.
And there is a lot to be said for this Red Bull 2 side. The boys have never given up. Even though they're not in the playoff picture, they've been eliminated. They're not giving up. They're going at it. They're playing to the final whistle. And Coach Wolenak has to be proud of his boys to put everything on a line, especially against a quality side like the Independents.
This is possibly going to add on to the stoppage time here. We're told that one of the Charlotte Independents assistants was booked. Well, he's not too thrilled over something. Play continues. Charlotte are able to clear before Omar Sow could try to take aim again. Again, Hugh Roberts had an own goal in the 3rd minute to put Red Bulls 2 ahead. Charlotte had a missed penalty, double miss, or I should say a double save on the penalty by Marcucci early in the 2nd half, and then Enzo Martinez and Irving Parra were able to turn it around in the 2nd half, 66th minute and the 67th minute respectively. And now Charlotte Independents are just seconds away from getting some revenge over Red Bulls 2. Egbo tried to gain a few extra yards there. John Matto on top of it. This could be the last chance for Red Bulls 2 here. Egbo towards the back post, and it's easy in the end for Austin Pack. Now it's up to the referee's discretion as far as how much he'll add on for time wasting. It's going to be a free kick for Charlotte. And another booking, it looks like this time for Jeremy Rafaello.
Just a little bit of frustration there from Rafaello. Putting in so much effort and not getting the reward you feel for not only him, but the Red Bull 2 players have put such a shift in and been so active in the 2nd half. Unlucky not to get that final goal. Maybe it changes in the last minute here.
Christian Fuchs will have to take this, and we'll see how much longer this one will go. Sama helps it on. Valentin Sabella can't keep it in play. It's a throw-in for Red Bulls 2 as we enter the 6th minute of stoppage time. There's still time, it looks like, for Red Bulls 2 to come up with something here, but not much. That's full time in Charlotte. The Independents are within touching distance of the USL Championship playoffs. They've done what they've had to do this weekend. They come from behind to beat Red Bulls 2 by 2-1 and avenge their only home defeat of the regular season. They now wait on Charleston and Hartford tomorrow to see if their place is confirmed this weekend. And Enzo Martinez, Ricky, is our Noda Brewing Company man of the match. He scored the equalizer and he started the comeback.
And he was tremendous. That's what you want from your leader, to step up in a big game. He went the full 90. He was able to dictate tempo, put in hard challenges, spray the ball, get players involved. Tremendous match from your leader right there.
Charlotte scored 2 goals in 2 second-half minutes to turn it around and avenge their home loss this season to New York Red Bulls 2. They win it by 2-1. We'll take a break, and we will wrap things up from Charlotte after this.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Duckworth's Grill and Tap House is your destination for great food. Duckworth's is open for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Make sure you complete your order with an ice-cold Pepsi. Duckworth's is locally owned and operated. Pepsi, that's what I like.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin here with you. Final score, Charlotte Independence 2, New York Red Bulls 2-1. As the Charlotte Independence players celebrate with the fans. Austin Pack, of course, had a big impact. Here's his best save of the night, brought to you by Big Pen Pub.
And it's a good effort here from LaCava, but Pack just had two big bare claws to put that over the bar and keep that ball from out of the net. Good save there from Pack.
Christian Fuchs and company soaking this one in. They take another step closer to the playoffs. Duckworth's full-time highlights from Charlotte didn't start out well for the Independents as Red Bulls 2 stretched their luck even more against Charlotte this season. Hugh Roberts puts it into his own net.
It was a bright early start from Coach Wallingnack and his boys. Just so unlucky there from Roberts to put that ball into his net. You can see the idea, just mistreats the ball.
Then here a penalty, Para draws it. And Kevin Riazkos, we weren't expecting him to take it, but he stepped up after Para drew it.
And Para was so good in the second half. You can see it's a well-struck PK. But what about that from Marcucci? Not one, but two massive saves to keep his team in the lead at this point.
It felt like Red Bulls 2, despite the Charlotte pressure, had snatched momentum back. But then 2 minutes of magic turned it around, starting with Enzo Martinez.
You knew it was coming from the quality that this Independence team has. And what about your leader to step up in a massive game that you need a win? He's just there in the right place to clean it up and put the ball in the back of the net.
And then literally a minute later, after Enzo Martinez was able to equalize, Irvin Para scored what ended up being the winning goal.
And it's just a peach of a ball from Armin to put that ball on a platter. And then Para doing what a striker does. Textbook header to find the back of the net, to head that ball down. Nothing Marcucci can do.
It's the 10th home win of the season for Charlotte, and they avenged their only home defeat this season, which came against New York Red Bulls 2 back in July. Here's the famous toastery full match stats after Charlotte come from behind and win.
And it was tough. But the Independents had just so much quality on the end of the day. They were able to get in the danger zone of the Red Bull defense time and time again, and their quality just prevailed in the end with Para, with Martinez. Huge match for this Independent squad in hopes of getting that #2 seed going into playoffs.
It's going to be a wild ride to the end of this USL Championship season, but Charlotte Independents, despite starting out rocky tonight, were able to turn it around with back-to-back goals in the second half to get one step closer to clinching a spot in the USL Championship playoffs. Another fun one tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina. For Ricky Lopez, Espin, and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Charlotte. The Independents come from behind and win it by 2-1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.